We're on to my favourite fear now. And that's the fear of not being good enough. And I say it's my favourite, not because, oh wow, I love feeling like I'm not good enough. It's more, I think it's something that everyone can relate to, and it's something that comes up again and again and again. It just shows up all the time. It's really part of the human condition. It can show up in a few different ways that you might not be aware of already. So if you are procrastinating, putting yourself out there, if you're, oh no, I'll do that next week, or I'll do that, in January is when I'm going to launch my business. That's what I'm saying. And I hope that I'm not procrastinating by doing that, because I did do a certificate in bookkeeping I finished in May, which makes me a qualified certified bookkeeper. So technically speaking, I could be going out and asking people for business in bookkeeping, but I'm not. Why am I not? Because I'm procrastinating. I'm putting off launching my business because I feel I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough to do someone's books. Who do I think I am to be showing up and looking at someone's accounts and trying to make sense of them? Another way it might show up is perfectionism. So trying to make sure that something's perfect before putting it out there. So it could be, my novel. Trying to make sure that everything is right before putting it out. Even just a short article, even, what's the perfect Instagram post to put out today? And it's really just another form of not exposing yourself, of not putting yourself out there. The unfortunate thing about this is that it doesn't go away with experience. So you see these wildly successful people and you think, they've got all their shit together. They're not gonna suffer from these things of like, I'm not good enough, and who do I think I am, and they're gonna say whatever about me. I have a few examples to share. So who remembers Sex and the City? Yeah. Okay. Do you remember when Carrie was going out with the Russian guy, Petrovsky, and he had this big exhibition coming up? So this guy is a really successful artist, and he has his light show that's coming up, and he's really worried about, he's like, what if they think I'm the old man with the lights, and he's this really successful artist. More recently then, when I was working on an assignment for the coaching diploma, I started out writing and I was like, brilliant, I love this is great. I forgot how much I really enjoy writing and working on assignments. And then the fear and the doubts and everything started creeping in. The gremlins is what Brené Brown calls it. So just saying, are you sure that you've answered all the questions? What if your ideas aren't good enough? And all of this kind of shit, basically, that we tell ourselves, and we get in our own way and we stop ourselves from being successful. Of course, being asked to speak today, I was really flattered, I was really excited, but at the same time I was like, who does Erin think I am? who I think she's getting me confused for some famous person who can come along and speak to people. And it was just like, why am I saying these things to myself? I'm just as good as anyone else to get up and stand with a room full of women and share my ideas. So in terms of like moving on from that, it's really about defining what does good enough actually look like. So when it comes to that assignment, it's like, the assignment is good enough. I've answered the questions. Let's move on. Let's stop trying to make it perfect. Let's stop putting off submitting it. The other thing that we can do is affirmations. So I'll talk a little bit more about that in another section.